What is going on, everybody? We are live for an NBA Cup showdown here on the DST show. I shockingly have no intro, no way to display the camera like I usually do. I guess because the Streamies has more like restrictive rules. If you want more of your personal introductions to be part of the content, to come on, man. We can focus on the technicals later. We got the Mavericks versus the Denver Nuggets. I wanted to start it. I should have started 10 minutes before the game, but we already had an NBA Cup matchup. Currently, the Mavericks lead 7-3. We're about to see right now. Anybody's welcome to join chat. I hope everybody is getting ready, the less stressful they can for the holidays, knowing Thanksgiving's not that far. 10 p.m. showdown to 9 to 6. Can't even add background music. The hell is this? If anybody could hear me, if there's any technical issues, please let me know. Oh, shit. Well, let's go with the late introduction. Yeah, apologies for the late introduction. I guess I was off the fritz with my with some of the inputs that I had, and I was on the back page. But we back. Kyrie for three, rattles around the rim. Jokic with the rebound, moving off the middle of transition. Oh, and Peyton Watson couldn't finish. Kicks out Thompson from Kyrie. Corner three from Quentin Grimes, and the Mavs are flying 14-6 run to begin the quarter here in the West C for the Nuggets. Two of the last Western Conference teams to make it to the NBA Finals over the past 2 seasons. Brought to you by the Emirates. Blood money. Shout out to Manchester City. Many of you guys have seen Zion Williamson recently. He was shown getting a back tattoo for his back fat. And it looks as bad as it shouldn't be when you're paying $100 million for your prime first overall pick that was supposed to change not only the franchise but the league as a whole, being a new face. And he comes out here getting a butter face with a double chin, coming out here preparing pre-cooked meals. 3, knowing that he's going to eat it all, looking with a whole gut and anything. I mean, hopefully that was just an old upload that they wanted to show a tattoo before he was getting conditioned for the season, or he was eating good, taking too many pre-game meals with him at home. And don't get me wrong, we know plenty of athletes. We know plenty of athletes that had a reputation of having a poor diet, but they still came up in shape. And there's differences in that they continue to condition themselves to a person that barely conditions themselves and continue to be in poor shape for their professional career. And that ends up backfiring. And you don't want that for your professional careers. By the way, how do you guys like the new channel logo? Please tell me down in the comment section below if you guys are watching this after the stream's over. Wouldn't mind the feedback. We should be back to commercial break right before this. Yeah, George Pickens had an astounding game, and it looks like the Steelers defense did a well done job, but they couldn't capitalize when it came to offensive possession, especially when there was like several forced fumbles on Jameis Winston, a turnover, like an interception as well over in the when they had 4 minutes remaining over in the clock, and still given an opportunity to for the Cleveland Browns to close out over Jerry Jeudy having the best performance of his career in such a short amount of time since joining the Cleveland Browns. The NBA Cup. You think you still care about the regular season. Nuggets, they've been playing like this all season. Jokic rotating, still revolving around the team, missing inefficiency. Jamal Murray with a three off of Jokic assist. Over in the putback, and Daniel Gafford with an absolute poster. Pump fake down the floater, and a shit left-handed finish off the floater by Michael Porter Jr. for a quick finish by Quentin Grimes. The Mavs are just trailing, just absolute bulldozing through the Nuggets defense. Anytime they're moving the ball over a transition, they miss a field goal, and it's just an easy score for anybody right now. Jamal Murray cuts through the traffic over the up and under. No foul's been called. Kyrie sneaks over the loose ball. Pull up three off transition. No good. Klay Thompson gets the offensive rebound. Oh, gets put back over to Kyrie, and it's now 20-9. What a run by the Dallas Mavericks. Pull up over the kick out. Christian Brown stuck over Jokic up the post with Michael Porter Jr. a spin out, and it's going to be a foul by Kyrie Irving up the post. Joel Embiid is injured. Questionable. He was out in his game against Brooklyn. They still picked up the win. Where it looks like Jared McCain has just been astounding so far this regular season, guys. Been in prime conversation for Rookie of the Year, but it's not only him, it's been also Dalton Connect. It wasn't that long ago he had a 3-point record for a rookie. A great play by him. And Saturday national TV games will 5 p.m. Knicks versus Utah Jazz. I'll possibly stream that if I'm available. I'll be probably busy tidying up the crib for the holidays. Stuck over Kyrie with transition from the double. Daniel Gafford misses a fadeaway jumper. Peyton Watson off transition. Waiting to dish it over to Michael Porter Jr. Over the... Oh, what a cut down baseline over the back door from Christian Brown, and they'll put it up and under for a dunk. Kyrie still getting doubling, because how else are you going to stop him? Kicks out Kleba. Over to Najee Marshall. Oh, loses the ball over a reach, and that goes all the way from half court. Down the turnover. Good backdoor. A good way to be useful by Christian Brown. Kyrie too overwhelmed from the double that he couldn't pay attention over the perimeter, and Brown just took that and went under the rim and just slammed it in. That's great. Massive turnover for the Nuggets over Najee Marshall. Behind the back pass from Jamal Murray for corner three by Nikola Jokic, and they cut the deficit to 5 after they let the Mavericks kind of trail by a near 11-point lead. Grimes. Pull-up jumper over the mid-range. It's good 22-15 with only 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. 10 points, 4-4 efficiency. Where was this when he was up in New York? Dead ass. I'm sorry. Porzingis leaves and he wins a chip. Quentin Grimes becomes useful when he's on a different team. Like I'm trying to find the patterns here. I'm trying. Comes, barely takes a dribble, pull-up jumper after it looks like Jamal Murray lost his footing and gets a clean jumper, goes 4 straight, and he gets subbed off after getting some great momentum. And he'll get well rested to get his shot back. 10 points off 4 for 4 shooting from the field is very good. Most he's ever had in a quarter of the season. That's great efficiency by Jamal Murray. Now we're up in commercial break. 22-15. It looks like the Nuggets were finally pushing over the blind spot. Both teams are doubling over in the perimeter when it comes to their primary ball handlers like Jokic and Kyrie Irving, and they're still getting offensive production, even how much the defense is really trying to stop that one guy. And Kyrie does push over the difference whenever Luka Doncic can't hold his weight. And that's going to be something that probably both teams are going to falter on. And as much as people probably doubt the Nuggets probably being a threat because of so much depth they lost over the last couple of years, I still have them as a dark horse to sneak over for a Western Conference final appearance. Because even though how competitive the Western Conference is, people know how good it is right now, it's the most unpredictable. And I think that's the best part. Because the biggest chip on their shoulders is championship experience that the Nuggets have that could still play a factor if Jokic would be available or not. So that's got to come into fruition. Or if the Mavs can look legit, because I do feel like they have underrated depth around the floor. They just need to build up some efficiency. But I just feel like it's more of a coaching issue. Because I don't think Jason Kidd's the guy for the job. Maybe he can fit over a young developing team and kind of build them over like he did over for Milwaukee before they got Budenholzer. Or like what they did for Brooklyn. I'm joking. He didn't have a great career over with Brooklyn. But I think Jason Kidd's going to take a while over his coaching career until he's developed over a winning experience. Because there's only so much he can get so far with his leverage or game planning that he has here. Because we know like not always the most best players at the position means they're going to be a great coach. And that's just saying a lot. Because I remember when he was over in Brooklyn. And he was over in Milwaukee. And the most relative success was when he had that spill a drink for a timeout. I remember Game of Zones made a reference like that, having Giannis when he was about to get fired for Budenholzer because of a lack of success in the playoffs. They made a difference to him spilling his mead like him spilling his drink for a timeout. It was hilarious. Clever references, Bleacher Report. They need to do more. I hope there was a channel. I hope there's an NBA channel like 44 Tunes that make relative skits about the NBA season. Because they can, because there's like a plethora of personalities. But we know the NBA can't promote personalities for shit nowadays. Because if it ain't Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, or LeBron, that just brings over to a lot of Adam Silver, like, really getting ahead of himself. How in the hell? I still don't know how you can make these nutmegging passes in the NBA. I don't. Kyrie nutmegging Najee Harris. No, not Najee. That's got to be Najee because I think Peyton Watson's a guard. Jamal kicks out back to Jokic. Stuck with Jaden Hardy. Floats off the bank shot. No good. Rebound back to the Mavericks. Gafford, Jaden Hardy, no Luka Doncic, Najee Marshall, Kyrie Irving. Oh, Jaden Hardy couldn't hold the ball at the bounce pass. Westbrook has to pass it out. Miscoordinated. It gets the assist off the pass. What could have been a mistake? Now they just closed the gap 18-22 after a great opening start in the first quarter by the Mavericks. Rolling high screen. Fakes the handoff to Gafford, and it's a finger roll finish by Jaden Hardy. Oh, swats the ball from the outlet pass from half court. Kleba Up the line. Why waste a possession? Forcing a jumper by Najee Marshall, not knowing he's not open. Kleba, I swear, Maxi Kleba, I don't know what head he gave the front office to still get a contract, as well as Dwight Powell. Because I feel like their center depth is like the weakest link onto their team. Because other than Daniel Gafford, that I feel like was like the right move. What a behind the back save by Jamal Murray to keep sure that's out. Westbrook with a dish down over to the middle, but the Nuggets keep losing a goddamn ball. Open slam by Najee Marshall, and that's going to push that to a 6-point lead. I have not seen Spencer Dinwiddie yet or PJ Washington. I think PJ Washington's hurt. I heard he's hurt. Kick out. Westbrook, that they're leaving off the perimeter, closing over the gap to push over to the post. Why try to suffocate the spacing more so Jokic could just turn over the ball? Why not ISO it out and space it in? That's going to be a 2 off Najee Marshall, 28-20. Now muscled up the post with some help off Gafford. Fouled Nikola Jokic off Maxi Kleba. And Jokic will get on the line. Mavericks trying to sustain a 10-point deficit. The lowest scoring NBA game in history back in 1950 of November 22nd of this day. Ending 19-18. My man, that's a football score with missed field goals and a safety. Up the post. Derek Lively. Westbrook will try to dive over to the paint, over the one-handed finish over the glass from Jokic from the assist from Westbrook, making it 2 straight off field goals. 22-28, Lively. Usually he'll patrol the perimeter to wait for a handoff over the head, sets over the screen. Dinwiddie kicks out to Hardy, and I guess it's a travel call. Going back to that quick, nonchalant dish over by Westbrook. He always likes his chemistry with his bigs. If anybody remembers his MVP season, his primary option, always dishing out the finesse pass over to Steven Adams off the pick and roll. Always fun to see MVP Westbrook. Sadly, he couldn't get a lot of success like when he had with Paul George when he was on OKC. That's kind of what leveraged that move over to Houston after like you couldn't win with all NBA players. And you still have to rely on Andre Roberson to chuck shots that he couldn't make. So I guess there was offensive interference that didn't count the bucket. Najee Marshall over the up and under finish, faking off a Euro from the foul line to get in 30-22. Over the kick out. Coming into the blow by. Swings it over the top of the key to Westbrook. And PJ Washington, never mind. That was astounding miscommunication. Aaron Gordon could have stopped that quickly if he was here. Trey Alexander. Over the floater. Stronum off the floater. No good. And it's going to be Maxi Kleba getting caught for an out of bounds. So last to touch it, it's going to be Nuggets possession with 1:09 remaining here in the first quarter, where it's been a back and forth, but the Mavericks majority of the lead. Hands off to Westbrook. Gives it to Michael Porter, trying to recover his dribble. Swings it over Jokic up the post, needing the help. Floats off the glass. And that's going to be a foul and one off the one-handed post move. Jokic. Maxi Kleba just doing anything. He had his one arm hand up. Gets a terrible hacking foul. Nobody could help. And Jokic gets an easy finish down the basket. Hey, sometimes big backs can win. Jokic has proven that for the past several seasons. Yeah, I know people are going to be talking about that Zion Williamson video. You know who else been fraudulent other than Zion Williamson health wise? Let's talk about somebody actively being fraudulent. Let's talk about Tyrese Halliburton, how inefficient he's been. Trying to hustle play by Westbrook. The 30-year-old 200 triple double machine. Yes, 200 record triple doubles in his career. Michael Porter off the pump. Lobs it outside. Jokic contested three, and he knocks it down over Daniel Gafford. 28-30 with 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Jokic is insane production. Swing, kick out, Dinwiddie, back and forth. He could do it too. Spencer Dinwiddie with his first field goal, 33-28. 14 seconds, slowly moving the ball to set over a play. Nuggets bench has been completely useless. Strother, and he'll draw a foul over the perimeter, trying to heave a shot overhead. Stromer, the young Strober did kick out to try to get the foul. Let's see. Yeah, he kicked so he can get the contact. Strother literally kicked the leap over so he can leverage some contact. Yeah, there needs to be a lot of hefty rulings on perimeter play to try to leak fouls. I remember Jimmy Butler did that bullshit kick out to leverage a 4-point play that turned into just a 3-point play so he can get some extra points to try to save game 5 against the Nuggets back in the finals. Yeah, that was not a good look. And that sucks too, because I like Jimmy Butler. But I don't know if Miami got to just move to a different direction. Because I just don't think he's the guy for the future, especially with his contract. That he'll possibly want to play somewhere else, knowing what. And I don't think that's just a Pat Riley ruling. Pat Riley would do that for any player. That's why he did that to Butler. Fat. And we're gonna leverage. They're going straight to review after Strother's. I think they're reviewing if he purposely kicked out over his leg to perceive a defensive foul. I think that's gonna go in because I think that's incredibly too obvious. A bit too much extension over that leg for the foul. And we're gonna get under review right now if Jaden Hardy actually fouled or not. Strother right there. One leg did leap out like motherfuckers looking like Jumpman from the Jordan brand with that. So Strother's foul will stand. Unsuccessful challenge. Strother right there. Hardy got his two hands directly up on the contact. Strother will somehow get 3 shots over the BS from the officiating off that play. I disagree. First team all WCC. And that's going to be. Here comes the third. With only 2 seconds remaining until the end of the first quarter. Hardy, half court heave that won't follow through, hitting the top of the backboard. We're heading into the second quarter. Nikola Jokic just wants to play FIFA and then play with his horses so bad right now, bro. And that's the first quarter. We still have some NBA action. Well, we got the Sacramento Kings just kicking off against the LA Clippers and some West Coast action for you. Most of the other games already closed out with a 129 to 117 finish with the Milwaukee Bucks against the Indiana Pacers. With Tyrese Halliburton, Giannis Antetokounmpo with 37 points. Pascal Siakam ends with 25. Halliburton did close up with at least 18. But 38% from the field. 33% from the field for Benedict Mathurin. And Halliburton was at least somewhat efficient field goal-wise, but it was probably all chucking threes off step backs while doing just useless no-look passes in the middle of transition. So Jason Williams was just worse shooting. And that sucks because I've been hearing nothing but criticism for Tyrese Halliburton. And I just thought, oh, maybe it's just a slump. It's been shooting slumps all game. It's either he chucks, spots up, he wants the ISO, push over in the middle of transition. He just doesn't play like a legitimate guard that you can move around in your side, and he's not even that efficient over as a scorer. That was the primary reason why they picked over Pascal Siakam. That yes, he's a well fit player, but I feel like they just need efficient depth on their team. That could just be more reluctant on. Whoa, what a pass! Houston's been looking hot. And them teams to pick up an all-star, this would just make them look more legit. 12-5 against the Portland Trailblazers. Right now it's 33-31 heading into the second quarter in short notice, guys. Zion's fat ass broke that Nike shoe. Don't lie to me. Zion Williamson showing up some Japanese demon tattoo on his back recently, and his unborn child, his stomach, recently. He's been inefficient. He has more calories than he does games played in his NBA career, and that's just sad because I'm sure a lot more expectations has been put over to him, at least having the production of a LeBron James early in his career than a guy that probably had a cheat day every day like LeBron James. I don't know what's going on with Zion Williamson. Hopefully he gets this figured out because you don't see raw potential like that and just leave it on the wayside over your health. That should always be a primary issue if your investment is your body to make money off this basketball stuff. Quentin Grimes, it's been astounding today. 10 points. We'll see him on the floor probably in a minute. Currently, it's PJ Washington, Klay Thompson, Daniel Gafford, Jaden Hardy, no Kyrie Irving. I do see Spencer Dinwiddie. Dario Saric, Russell Westbrook. Dario Saric hasn't been good since 2018. Struff gives to Porter. Down traffic. He'll finish on the up and under. It's good. Over traffic. Hardy gets fouled. Strawler just comes in, tugging Ward with the basketball in the middle of the Euro step. Oh. shot clock review on Michael Porter Jr. if that counted or not. Jaden Hardy, Strawler with the foul, and he'll get in for on the line for 2 shots. Zion Williamson focused on returns, looks forward to the Pelicans being in full strength. Pelicans are just fighting for scraps, man. Pelicans still suck. That gotta hurt. Strawler gives to Brown. Westbrook off the pick and pop. Spaces out for a dime. Saric gets fouled by Klay Thompson in the middle of the pump fake. Gafford. Ooh, Gafford. Get that shit out of here. What a that is big ass bully ball. I love it. Of course, DeAndre Jordan, I see being the best mascot for the Nuggets. Getting an A+ in a group assignment, head ass. I'm kidding. I love DeAndre Jordan. Hell, this is how it feels to be an NBA champion, right, CP3? Why are you crying, Chris? I play on the Spurs now. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yo, bro, chill. I mean, Popovich is an NBA champion. Yeah, that does not count for me. I didn't play in 2014 in the finals. Right. Did we lose to the Grizzlies? Oh god. Full screen, Dinwiddie. Gafford kicks out Washington. Over the cut, Gafford off a poor swing, and it's going to be a foul off Dario Saric. In the middle of the kick out from Gafford, and there was a foul on. Did he scream? I heard a sound. Over the pump. Oh, yeah. Dario Saric got a bit of contact off the midsection, so I guess that was a right call. Knowing the referee was there for once. 3 from Washington. Can't follow through. Michael Porter's Jr.'s layup, if you guys are confused off the score, was taken away because of a shot clock. Over the pick. Picked up off the middle of Strawler. Off transition. Bounces. Saric sets the off-ball screen. Over Westbrook. 3 off Saric. No good. Tips the rim. Quick kick out. Hardy up the pump fake. From the corner. Takes the contact off Saric and is good for 2. Into the paint, 38-33. 10 minutes to spare. In the second quarter, Westbrook pull up off dribble, and he turns into Lakers Westbrook, and Saric turns to a free agent immediately after that dumbass turnover. Getting scored on twice like that. And then you cause a turnover off the air ball? Jesus Christ, Dario. Yeah, everybody's loving that Kendrick Lamar album. Everybody. And I mean everybody. Missing off the jump shot. Saric with the rebound. Westbrook off transition. Flips free in the traffic and grazes the rim. Turns it full Ben Simmons. Thompson off the transition. Over the finish. Both missing. Pump fake off the kick out. Washington to Kyrie. With the bucket. Spin move around the rim. It's good off Kyrie. Pump fake. Saric waiting for the handoff. Strawler over the roll. Bounce pass. Over the post. Saric struggling to keep it off the bank. Misses a chance over Gafford. Washington. Hot steps. Hezzy. In the scoop pass. over the pump. Gafford again scoring. It's just looking good into the paint. This was without Luka Doncic too, bro. Saric just bullshitting Christian Brown out for turnover. Thompson off transition. Westbrook with the pit pocket over Klay Thompson. I love Westbrook being the energy guy so much. It's insane. You have league MVPs that passively don't give a shit on the defensive end. Majority leaving the ball handler to do his thing, and Westbrook's just there pit pocketing, sliding, trying to hustle over the ball. I love it. Westbrook dishes. Najee. Westbrook corner three. Knocks it over Maxi Kleber. Oh, Quentin Grimes missing that hot hand. Kick out. Replays at Westbrook corner three. Down over the roll. Jamal Murray. Brown off the step back. Steps in forward. In the mid-range. It's good for two. Over the foul line. It's good. Trailing this back over a 4-point deficit that the Nuggets desperately need around the half. 7.5 Kyrie. And the putback off Lively. Missing around the rim for Lively to just clean up the mess. Westbrook, Hezzy over inside his left, and it's going to be a foul. Kleber. Jesus Christ. Kleber's been asked. Dario Saric has been looking cooked all game, bro. Causing turnovers, bullshitting, getting babied by Gafford. I've seen Bronny James look more effective, and that's saying much because he's literally in the G League right now. But I don't know. Would be worse is subbing on Dwight Powell. I could have a whole session on Dwight Powell's entire game. How he even gets called up to Canada. I get that their NBA players are better than all of us here, but this is some old bullshit. How he's still on the Mavs for this long. He's like been on the Mavs longer than Luka Doncic. Okay. That's insane. Lively. Shades over the off-ball screen to Kyrie. Kicks out. Dinwiddie. Misses. Over the Euro. Takes it in, and it's good. One-handed finish. Kyrie back on the one-on-one. Hezzy steps back. Cast a kick out. Watson. Corner three. Dinwiddie. Rattled around the rim. Back to the backboard and into the hoop. Out of my heart. 42-47. Westbrook thinking of not trying to brick. So he gives it to Jokic so they can actually score around the post. Offensive board by Jokic. Back stuck with Lively up the post, conducting the double under the rim, and it's still Jokic for another bucket. I think he leads in boards, assists, and rebounds right now. I'm sure for certain players that should piss you off. No, one guy's doing all the work and still getting wins with his team. Unlike certain people. Jokic, fraudulent MVP ass, broken ass, French fake bitch. Sorry, I'm not a fan of Joel Embiid. I think he's too much of a whiner, and he's not doing much media-wise to conduct any confidence on his team. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of critiques over him right now. Pull up three. Kyrie knocks it down off the contest. 52. Mavs been coasting right now. They've been not looking hot. Peyton Watson, Nikola Jokic with Westbrook. He's been on the floor for quite a minute. He's been pretty impactful. I'm loving his energy. Conducting the doubles, of course, Jokic just do some type of swing pass over to Westbrook to Brown. And a 3-second violation. We're up in the commercial break, and to Jokic just killing it up the post. Even conducting the double, you can't stop him. Dun, 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 dun. I swear, if I eat turkey, because I remember that one Thanksgiving, we had duck instead of turkey, bro. Changed my day, bro. I was such in a good mood. And then I forgot I had to use the bathroom. Poorly cooked duck, guys, it's like the worst thing. It's like a guy that can't cook in the grill. Like this shit's all tough and shit, and it's hard to pull apart because I'm sure when you guys cut duck, it's like smooth, feels like you're cutting in the butter, like pure fat. That's duck. Then you have it undercooked, then it's completely tough to even chew because it gets completely just rubber. I already know the drill. That's why I'm getting the Christmas decorations early. I think we already had most of it already slotted in the middle of November. It's already crazy how time passes, especially when you get older. I still felt that it was like early November. Now it's 22nd. We have 5 minutes before the half ends, and it looks like the Mavs been killing it so far. Right now, Ben Simmons has won my under that I appreciate, and always bet the under on Ben Simmons, especially when you can't even beat an Embiid-less and Paul George-less Sixers squad. This was not Cam Thomas's best game, but 9 threes off Cam Johnson. Cameron Johnson had an astounding game, 37 points off 67 shooting. He's been great. Schroeder being a floor general, he should have been on a more contending team, to be fair, but at least he's trying to whip the young guys into shape. But I don't know. I don't know what's the Sixers' plan to see if they can still contribute because it's not over. We're very early, barely a quarter starting to the season with only a handful of NBA Cup games. You could turn your season around in 2 months if you're just now they're 3-11 or 3-12, and if they can contribute at least to a couple wins, things could turn up. Yo, what's poppin', Swerve? It's been a minute. How are you doing? Yeah, it's the in-season tournament, but they're trying to rebrand it to be less of a mouthful because NBA ratings are coasting like a AEW show. Not poorly. People still know what the NBA is, but it's a struggle to elevate viewership. That I don't mind. I guess I just wish if you guys were gonna make an NBA tournament, you guys could bring back the regular like '90s format to the NBA. Because I'm not trying to see a Game 7 in the first round, to be honest with you. Especially when you're trying to add more teams anyway. Yeah, they're gonna try to bring back the Seattle Supersonics and possibly a team in Las Vegas because going to Las Vegas is apparently a capital. Oh, I never knew that. So now LeBron will have an in-season chip. Oh yeah, he already and an NBA. Yeah, he probably will. Yeah, probably call up his son from the G League so he can win it with him. This would be the first ever NBA Cup champions that are son and father. Right. Jordan never. Jordan never had his son play from the league because he hated his kids. I'm joking. That's why LeBron's the GOAT. LeBron loves his kid until they're bad at basketball. A one-legged leap by Najee Marshall. What the hell was that jump shot? 55-44. It's now an 11-point lead with only 4 minutes remaining. Nah, I don't really even bother about being first anymore, man. It just becomes too nauseating. And we have this whole thing with LeBron and his nepotism being an issue. I bet if he wins that 500K from the tournament, he just give the 400K to Bronny for allowance. At least Michael Jordan's kids weren't like in a high level of talent to begin with. So if they didn't make it to the league, they at least leveraged off his brand and sold the sneakers. Bronny just is not even good in college level, and yet he still made it to the league. I mean, sure, he didn't play that much, but it showed that he wasn't even good, even in G League standards. That's crazy. Hopefully, the other son is good. Bryce James, if you heard of him. And one! Kyrie after the collision, and we had to wait until the basketball chose to go into the rim because Kyrie thought so with his third mind. The flat earth tilted so we can make it into the rim. Because God tested me to do so. I'm kidding. It was a good floater. Jokic over the pump fake, through traffic, falls it through. What a play. It's still shocking how Kyrie is still good at this age. I mean, yeah, he's not very old. He's like, what? He's just 31, 32 now? Still a relatively prime age for him, but more experienced. I don't know if OKC will make a championship as good as they are either. And that sucks to say because I like some of their players, especially Jalen Williams. He's a crazy player. Jokic posted up over Gafford. Loses the ball over the middle of the post move. Thompson. Overhead pass over to Najee Marshall, and that's going to be a slam. 60-46 now is the deficit. With under 3 minutes, it's now a 13-2 run. After the closest deficit was a 4-point game early into the second quarter. Jokic bounce pass. Corner three missed by Jamal Murray. Rebound by the Nuggets again. Pull-up jumper off Peyton Watson, and it's no good. Kyrie steps in between the legs for a bounce pass, and it's a foul. Najee Marshall off Michael Porter Jr., and he'll get on the line. Yeah, just absolute poor defense by the Nuggets. Jamal Murray just forgetting what a basketball jump shot is. This is bad. This is beyond bad at this point, folks. We're under commercial break right now. Yeah, I've been hearing nothing over in the NBA media except like the viewers are tanking because they don't know how to either promote their stars, the audience, the lack of accessibility, if you know what I mean. Because the NBA has several means to watch. If you want to watch it on TV, if you got the league pass, that I heard you can't even watch much NBA games either way. So the alternative is always like alternative streaming. And it's still cable either way because of worldwide access to TVs around like more public areas. So you need public areas for people to watch so they can be there. So it's just a difficulty. And of course, the style of play has always been an issue for the last decade because of the 3-point shot being more of a priority than ever. So people will think that Adam Silver is just coasting and needs some rule change that could really change how players play. Then I feel like that's a interesting take that I hope really changes how players hoop, because like you be hearing people complain about it and then they play the exact same way and the cycle doesn't really change because nobody wants to play a different way. That revolves around making it more difficult for the players. And then we got to do it again. But I bet it'll happen. It'll just take time. Because I'm sure back in the day, hand checking was an issue. Punching Michael Jordan in the face back in the day was an issue. Uh, you wanted to make it more visibly safer and more entertaining, with the risk of a lack of strategy and originality, and it comes up costing the audience attention span, and it costs. It costs a lot of things. And I just feel like the basketball culture as a whole is a bit shit, to be honest with you. It's almost the same thing as wrestling when you think too hard. Because apparently, talking about LeBron James' kid, even though he was a second round pick, is more important than the first overall pick of this draft. Some guy called Zachary Ristisher. That sounds like a generated name that you played on 2K. He was a 5-star pick from Europe. 6'7" with a jump shot from 3, and then he forgot how to play actual basketball. But he can dunk off a foul line and he can shoot like Steph Curry. But all the talent's pretty cool. I wish the NBA promoted them more. And somehow they think it's a ring problem. Man, I care about LA Knight, and he's not the WWE champion. Jokic posted up with the perimeter, stuck with the center. Jamal Murray stuck with Washington. Gives it to Shut Up to shoot up, and he will shoot it. It's good off Michael Porter Jr. We got under 2 minutes before we head over to the second half. I didn't know what you meant by "oh." I don't know if that was off the last comment, Swerve. Bounce pass down the middle, waiting for teammates. Christian Brown from top of the key. Can't follow through for second straight 3. 1.5 remaining. Washington. Every jump shot goes to his baby mama. For a signing bonus, misses the floater. Second chance bucket. Leaping over the defender for a 2. 65-49. This is becoming less competitive the more we go into this. We have former Knicks players that shoot like shit back when they were playing for the Knicks. They went 4 for 4 from the field. Kyrie's running like he's 24 again, and it's good off a one-handed finish of Najee Marshall. (49-67). This game is becoming more of a wash. Rolling screen over the step back. Michael Porter stuck Jokic with some time over the one-handed finish. Now 69. Now 51-67. Kyrie over the one hand. Finish over the contestant. The block, but there's going to be a foul off Christian Brown, and he'll get on the line. Excuse me, I need something to give me some more energy. $70-51 after Kyrie Irving was on the line. 15 points at the half without Luka Doncic. Mavericks are just playing fine. One-handed finish off Nikola Jokic with 31.6 seconds remaining. With the ball rolling over in the half court without anybody even touching it. What are the Nuggets' game plan to try to close up this gap? Kyrie over the inbound. Gets it back, matched up over the high screen from PJ Washington. With the double conducted, now stuck with Michael Porter Jr. Posted up baseline. Fades over the contact. Gets it on the line. And that's going to be a foul. Oh, Purdue got Michigan State. Don't forget, we also got Sacramento Kings versus Los Angeles Clippers. And no, Kawhi Leonard is still injured. I swear, there's just some NBA teams that are just playing for guys' health cares. Or for Zion Williamson's case, his meals. PJ Washington hits up his first shot on the line, and it's good to push us now 71-53 with 20 seconds dribbling down the clock. Sneaking for a screen, rolling over Jokic. Flair couldn't go anywhere. Gafford gives it to Washington. Takes a contact off Jamal Murray, and it's going to be called with 1 second remaining at the half. Jamal Murray had a whole hand on his forearm. That's going to be a foul. Just smothered him in the middle over the one hand, just so he doesn't get the extra point. And that will be good. I appreciate you guys over my recent upload. Second straight. Half court heave to end it, and it's not going to go. Downhill like Daniel Jones' Giants career. Did you guys heard of it? Daniel Jones, the New York Giants quarterback, recently released by the New York Giants recently, bro. And that is too many times I've said released in one sentence. But yes, he's been finally relieved of his duties, Giants quarterback. Let's give Daniel Jones the respect he deserves. And let's define the season with one thing.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
Was that the real clip? Knowing the Giants' aspirations after getting rid of their all-pro running back of Saquon Barkley, and then you still only have like barely 3 wins into the season. You gotta fire somebody. If it isn't going to be the coach first, it will be the QB. Tommy DeVito's the hero. I'm done. That's gotta be insane. What a waste of 6 years. And that's insane. Just right after paying him $60 million a year. I don't know if that's a new level of disappointment. Also, God, there's going to be a new Moana movie, as well as a How to Train Your Dragon live action, guys. Are we really that bored in Hollywood, guys? Sorry about that. I was distracted. Now we in halftime. Thankfully, the wins and losses in the NBA Cup still cohort with the regular season record. And they do this by a group stage system. So I guess points off wins count. One-handed floater by Bobby Portis. Kyrie with a great half, 15 points off 67% from the field. Najee Marshall ties with Kyrie, 78% from the field, 7 of 9 shooting. What a play. What a player right now when he's coming off the bench. PJ Washington being pretty decent when he's attacking around the floor, passing out and giving shots. Quentin Grimes was good in the first quarter, but he didn't play much in the second. So he missed his one mid-range jumper around the second quarter. Lively, still a great center. Secondary unit doing their thing. This without Luka Doncic. Dante X comes out for probably the next couple of months. But I feel like Quentin Grimes, has been a more efficient replacement. And Jaden Hardy is going to do his thing. Nikola Jokic is yet again carrying the team on his back. He's nearing a double-double in just one half. He's with 19 points, 8 boards, 4 assists. Christian Brown with 10. I feel like Westbrook, unsung hero. He's with 5 points, 3 assists. Hustling over on the ball. He got a steal that went over to a turnover to cost a possession. Michael Porter, 1 for 4 from the field, and that all went to his 3-point shot. Oh, my God. And Jamal Murray's the third highest scorer, but he's in single digits. I don't know what's going to be the answer here. Then it looks like the efficiency from the Nuggets offense kind of leveled out. Well, I think the Milwaukee Bucks have won 3 straight since a poor start, being the second worst or third worst team in the East for the first 3 weeks of the season. That they thought of Giannis getting traded to the Houston Rockets or the Cleveland Cavaliers, or some place where they have aspirations of winning something without Doc Rivers on the team. Just saying. This Jared McCain guy, guard from Duke, notable TikTok dancer for a basketball player. And he's been getting a lot of good attention for his 8 straight games with more than 3 3-point shots. He's been getting good. I think he had a 40-point game not that long ago, so that's great for him. You got to keep up the momentum, try to get the Sixers out of this slump, because right now they're bottom in the Eastern Conference. They're not even better than the Pistons or the Hornets this season. That's how bad the Sixers are doing, man. I want to see the smile on Giants fans' faces right now. I bet there's quotations of Daniel Jones mutually parting ways with the Giants organization. Ah, and that's after Daniel Jones was being benched for Tommy DeVito. Apologies, I'm sorry, that just slips out of the tongue. Yeah, Daniel Jones reportedly getting benched after poor performances off him, and now he's mutually parting ways after getting released by the Giants. I bet YTC is doing a backflip, celebrating with his girl, dueling wheelies somewhere, having a whole ass family get together, all because of Daniel Jones and pouring on his grave about his career. I will remember you. Your one playoff win. You beat the Vikings. And then that's it. Why did you spike the ball in your own field? Side of the field. There was a dumb play. Cost an easy turnover for the New York Giants. It was insane. We got Giants fans doing songs right now, dancing like they killed a witch. I love it, man. I love it. I was about to DM YTC, but I'm sure he was busy or he was joining John Jay's stream. Going over, I guess, a Mac game or something. I think he's watching a college football game. I think he was watching San Jose State. Yeah, Mountain West. Mountain West. Still a conference in college football? Yeah, San Jose versus who? New Mexico? UNLV. UNLV. Damn, I think I used to do the dynasty mode back in college football. College football trying to make a UNLV or I think San Jose State. And it was always a dumb reason why I do the rebuild for a college. Back in the lesser conferences, all due respect, yeah, some of the least notable conferences in the college football games to make them a Power 25 team. Man, why is Daniel Jones? That's Donald Jones. Oh, hell nah. Come on, man. Well, I guess we know who the Giants are drafting this season. A new quarterback. Oh nah. That's Shannon Sharp's daughter? Whoa. Mm-hmm. Have you guys listened to that new Kendrick Lamar album, man? It's been astounding. Yo, that album, I'm not even from the West Coast, but I felt like it. Almost made me have some good things to say about California. I haven't felt like every song was great since and I've listened to everything from Good Kid Mad Sody to now. And there's a lot of things to get that near To Pimp a Butterfly level. And Good Kid Mad City's still close to it. Close third is Mr. Morale. Damn. And we gotta try to fit the most recent album in that list, bro. And I know that's a hard challenge to make. After GNX actually did pretty well. Opening night sales are gonna be insane. Opening week sales are gonna be insane. Opening listeners gonna be an insane motion, especially with the momentum. You're dropping an album like 2-3 months before you have to perform in the Super Bowl. That's a catching so much momentum after your diss tracks. Wait, one of the biggest notable artists in the world. That's gonna be insane. Kendrick Lamar got it if he's the most talked about artist right now. That's understandable. I'm with it. Seriously, why did Daniel Jones get released right after getting benched? He probably said the N word or some stuff in a meeting. You get Malik Neighbors and you still can't keep a job? Can't even beat the Panthers that were a worse record than y'all. I don't even feel sympathy right now because I'm sure like there's a bunch of fans that wanted him out off the jump over like a failure to recover the momentum after making a postseason appearance since 2015. And then it's back to the drawing board. Now with lesser quarterbacks, just trying to coast over the second half of the season. Well, near the tail end of the season. So that's got to be a bigger headache that I'm sure not a lot of NFL fans, no Giants fans want to deal with. Oh yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished. Life goes on. I hate that song. 48-26 is the score for the Sacramento Kings versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Clippers looking pretty great. I'm sure James Harden's having a good performance if that's the case. Norman Powell's also been a sleeper second option for the Clippers. All because you're not an all-star doesn't mean that you can't be a good player. Look at Jamal Murray. Just saying. That's not a backhanded insult. Jamal Murray's a great guard. There's just better guards. Yeah, but if anybody's a Giants fan or you're an NFL viewer, how you feel about Daniel Jones recently getting released by the Giants? You think it was because of the benching or the performances, or he probably said some alleged stuff? Jesus Christ. Yeah, pissed away that game against the Packers. And I think they got the Cowboys not that far from. Yeah, I think they got the Cowboys soon, don't they? That would have been a donation game for the New York for the Dallas Cowboys to keep some momentum. Donations, gifts. Oh god, they showed me college basketball. Yeah, they're showing me college basketball. Still under commercial break, folks. Oh, come on. Yeah, we're in the beginning of the third right now. (77-44). Over the roll, Thompson dishes to Gafford, kicks out. Grimes grazes the rim. Jokic off his 9th board. Dishes over to Brown, takes the contact, and that will be a foul on Klay Thompson. Not like in the call, in a technical foul on Klay Thompson. You don't have to shoot well to play well. You know, I'm not trying to roast a player. Chill. What the hell? What's with the resolution here? You couldn't draft another quarterback. You still owe me at least $40 million. You really gonna walk away with Danny Dimes? Yes, get a new quarterback. Hustle play. Jamal Murray tried to slide over the ball. It goes out of bounds. I don't know. What's with the resolution looking so weird, man? Over the kick out. Swing, extra pass. Corner 3. Peyton Watson couldn't recover. Pull up 3. Jamal. Oh, Porter. Just pull up and shoot. Never heard of a pump fake. If you played in New York, I'd just call you a Carmelo. I'd call you such a Carmelo clone, it wouldn't be funny. And I grew up with Prime Melo back in the Garden, bro. It was not fun for the latter half. Jokic. Waiting over the handoff, rolls the screen. Porter step back. Long 2. Finding his rhythm with 2 straight field goals. Are the Mavericks going to let up the lead? Kyrie matched up over the weak side. Between the legs, cross. Muscling over the paint. Floats it in over the 2. And that's barbecue chicken for Kyrie Irving. Step back. Jamal Murray will make him pay for 3. 62-79. Still, Nuggets not letting up the lead. Michael Malone still trying to construct the team. Grimes steps in to find Thompson stuck up with a taller Michael Porter Jr. Sizes up over the lane. Over the up and under. Can't follow through. Gafford tips it. Rebound. Jokic finds Murray. Pull up off transition. Pump fake. Fakes the outlet pass over to Brown. Misses the floater. Rebound Brown. Still Nuggets possession. Jokic collects his dribble. Finds Murray. Rattles the rim. Can't get a second offensive board, and it's back to the Mavericks, wasting a possession. Hezzy, down the roll from Gafford. Pull up 2. No good. Board by Peyton Watson. Brown. No, it's to Porter. Takes a Euro. No foul off Washington off the contact. Here comes Grimes. Takes it down the rim. It's good for 2. Two missed shots, 81-62. Quentin Grimes been having a good game. Finally, with his first point since the first quarter. And the floater's good off Jokic. Here comes Grimes. Jokic already for a double-double with 5 assists away from a triple-double again. Hell, it might take him a few seasons to probably match with Westbrook. Porter off the Euro. Then Jokic just walks like a bitch over the middle of transition. Can't even clog the paint to make it difficult. Man, Aaron Gordon would have made this so easy for the Nuggets to allow so many chances, like so many breakaway plays. Najee Marshall had an easy laying up the gut. Nuggets been allowing that a lot. And Derek Lively causes a foul immediately after getting subbed in. Sets the off-ball screen off Jamal Murray, and Lively bumps over to Jamal Murray. It's going to be a foul. Over the lane. Porter, and he'll take over the blow-by for the slam. Aaron Gordon already looks like he got dressed for Thanksgiving dinner already with the knitted sweater. Pump fake. Thompson, what type of mellow shit off the hezzy pull-up jumper without a dribble is that? Overhead, over to Hardy. Back over Thompson for 3. Board by Lively. Second offensive board. Over his right. Takes the contact. Rejected by Watson. Michael Porter steps in. Sidestep. Misses Brown. Jokic coming to screen, but I'll take it over the post. Baseline. Stuck with Lively. Bounces over to Porter. What the hell? And what? No foul? Timeout Mavericks. And the lead is now cut over to 12 after a near 20-point lead by the Mavericks. Shut up and shoot it. That is an easy mantra for Michael Porter Jr. to keep, bro. $12-point lead now for the Denver Nuggets. Game just got cut back over to the Nuggets' favor, just like that. Damn. Yeah. I'm not going to cap. I hate it whenever it's Thanksgiving dinner. And my mother always be making all the food. Mac and cheese, the pasta. Nobody brings their own fucking food. That'd be getting me tight. But I hope everybody gets a happy holiday out of this. I understand if anybody's going through a bad time, just remember that it'll always get worse. And the better you handle it, the better it will be. So I hope everybody gets a great Thanksgiving and enjoy the rest of the time that they can with their families or the families that they're going to, reconnect with. Albania has a basketball league? You know what? That's ignorant as hell. That's ignorant as hell. I apologize. Bosnia. I heard of the Chinese league. I heard of the CBA before. even though like now like anybody that's any like cooked below average NBA player that can't starting job, they go there. That's the type of disrespect we do to overseas leagues. Because we could have guys like Jordan Bell drop 50 in his first 3 games. It's that bad. We should be back after Michael Porter's astounding contested 3 over Klay Thompson. He does have a great jumper. Just his shot selection with it is really weird. Like he always be trying to pull up and shoot it in front of somebody with a hand in his face and all. No matter who it is. Even Klay Thompson. That used to be notable for his defense. Fading jumper down the baseline. Missed off Kyrie Irving from the contest. Great defense. Jamal Murray fakes it over the outside. Finds Watson with the one pump finish under the rim. Gets it over Hardy. 71. Cuts the deficit to 10. Hardy through the screen. Gets it sealed. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's Nuggets possession of Hardy last touch. But no, they're saying that it's back over from Jamal Murray. Oh, never mind. It's going to be Nuggets. It's going to be Nuggets. What a play. 2 big chances for the Mavericks. They got a comfortable lead off the roll. Takes it. Brown off the two-handed jam. This has come from a convincing lead to a 20-4 run over the last 6 minutes of points. Mavericks damn near trailing by 20 to now the Mavs cutting this the Nuggets cutting this to under double-digit lead. Touchdown pass. Porter back to Watson and the finger roll finish up the glass. It's good. 75-81. Coach, where did a 13-0 run come from? Washington straight to Hardy. Are we going to get another defensive stop? Second chance bucket from Lively after getting contested from Jaden Hardy. No foul was called. That guy was getting smothered in the paint. Murray matched up with Najee Marshall. Gives it to Brown. Stuck over to the post. Heavy reach coming from Lively. Spin out over from the perimeter. Junk food kick out. Watson misses. Board for Michael Porter. Back to Watson. Hit baseline. Brown for 3. Knocks it down. Back-to-back trays. Nuggets thriving. Kyrie matched up. Hits it to Hardy. Back to Marshall. Spins out up the post. Brown with a hand in his face. Good defensive stop over Najee Marshall. Michael Porter Jr. steps it out. Brown pulls up, lobs over, tipped away from Kyrie, trying to disturb the play, and it's going to be out of bounds. Nuggets possession. What just happened? What just happened, guys? What? Just tell me a part of this game where there wasn't a choked lead. Please tell me. It's now a 3-point deficit after a convincing lead by the Mavericks. Jesus Christ, what happened? Yo, it's gotta be some Jason's Kidd shit, because Kyrie dropping 17, and then everybody just forgot how to shoot in the second half. What's going on? And this is with Peyton Watson and Christian Brown. I'm not saying they're bad players, but they're just not notable players, and that's just how it defeats an argument whenever you bring up how many All-Stars you have. You can't win a title. That's crazy. And the deficit was cut after a dumb foul by Maxi Kleber. Michael Porter with an astounding quarter 11 points after a first half of only 4 points. And Porter tosses it out of bounds. Just Kleba just getting bitten off one play and not staying at bay, keeping the hands up. This guy sucks on defense, bro. This guy sucks. Derek Lively is the only upside on the front court for this team, and Gafford. Four-point game. Astounding comeback by the Mavericks. By the Denver Nuggets. You think there'll be a lead change in the third or the fourth quarter? Remember to subscribe, like, and comment over on the channel. Share with a friend, guys. Possibly, probably. Gonna also try to stream the Thanksgiving games. Well, the NFL is gonna probably get my full attention. NBA really doesn't catch that much attention when it comes to the holiday games. That's why the WWE does Saturday pay-per-views now, by the way. Excuse me. I feel like I'm the victim. I feel like I'm the victim. I feel like... The Milwaukee Cucks versus the Miami Heat. While the Mickey Mouse Lakers play off against the Phoenix Suns. Lakers are shockingly having a better start than people anticipated, keeping nearly the same roster. Their rookie's been great, though. So I'm not going to take anything away from that kid. Now, Dalton Kennett has been a bucket whenever you see him play. I can never get into a racing scene. I don't know why. I can never know why. 2.5 minutes before we head over to the end of the start of the fourth quarter. Nuggets with an astounding comeback. Nikola Jokic, the floor general, the provider, the rim protector sometimes, and the scorer. Dinwiddie off the middle of the shot clock chucks up a random shot. Had to put it up over to the shot clock. Near the chase down. Why? What's with ESPN, bro? I don't want to watch Duke versus Arizona. What is this? I don't know what's the pop-up for. And now Dinwiddie off the sidestep gets the three. Dwight Powell, you stay your ass on the bench. Dinwiddie going 3 of 5, 9 points. Over the handoff. Jokic kicks out. Westbrook open 3. Rattles the rim. Jokic offensive board. Puts it back. It's good. 5-point deficit for the Nuggets to come back with only a minute 40 remaining. Kleber back to Dinwiddie. Rolling screen by Gafford. Kicks out back to Grimes. Down the lane. Jokic fakes it over Gafford, and he'll get fouled. Strahler gets a personal foul on Daniel Gafford. He'll get on the line. I feel like Gafford's impact was heavily missed. I know he probably wanted to get rested for the clutch. That was, I guess, Jason Kidd's plan. That I feel was stupid because Gafford's a massive rim protector, bully ball expert, and very good at second chance buckets over the missed jumpers that the Mavs were making in the third quarter. So that's a massive loss to why the Nuggets just couldn't capitalize. We got an 8 p.m. matchup between Grizzlies, Bulls, Jazz versus Knicks. I think OKC's in action. Gafford will make the second after missing the first. 96-point deficit, 84-90. Gafford with only 9 but 4 boards to 2 blocks. Gives it Westbrook, lobs, missing his field goal before. Jokic feints a post. Strahler gives back to Westbrook, back to Jokic. Leaving the weak side help. Kleber there, fakes, gets rejected. Gafford, and that's somehow a personal foul off Daniel Gafford. I thought that was all a ball because I'm sure that left his hand after the rejection after Kleber came to help. I feel like that was a clean block. So I guess because he checked over to the waist before initiating the shot block. So Gafford, that counts. Somehow the same thing was on Strahler. That counted as a foul. And Dinwiddie's not having that call. He did not like it. I swear, Spencer Dinwiddie just looks like a part of the cast for the show, for the Winning Times series. It was a fun series that I wish continued. I liked the guy who played Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. They did a great job. It went over the beginning of the Showtime Lakers era in the rivalry rebirth against the Boston Celtics. So it was a Magic Johnson and Larry Bird era back in the NBA. So you'll see Jerry Buss, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I don't think you see much of Jay. You don't see Dr. J. You'll see James Worthy, but I don't think they showed much of his character because they canceled the show after 2 great seasons. And Nikola Jokic gets on the line again after a roll pass by Westbrook. Najee Marshall with a one-handed leap finish. Yeah, shout out to Swerve, man. I wish he uploaded a bit more often. But I know he possibly got sick of wrestling. I don't know if he's just focusing on work. That's more understandable the more time goes on. But hopefully he goes back and at least make it more of a passion project, more of a hobby. Why y'all gotta show me Shannon Sharp creepily touching his daughter? What is this? Over on the board. Hustle off Christian Brown. Westbrook tried to hustle, but it hits over his teammate out of bounds. I feel like Westbrook has had his moments where he can be inefficient, but he really shows his value still can play in such a high level. Off balance inbound. Kicks out Najee Marshall from Dinwiddie. Corner 3 follows through. It's good. 95, and he's with a 24-point performance. Najee Marshall's been great. 10 of 14 on the field, and Westbrook walking the ball down, rolls over with a bit of electricity, and one! Waiting to go weak side down the right side and just attack down the rim for a finish, and he gets the foul. Tough finish by Westbrook, and gets the extra points to boot. "17 years in is Westbrook, bro. He was drafted in 2008. Damn. Oh, misses the inbound. Ball's tipping around over the midair. Picked up by Peter Washington. 89-95 with under 20 remaining here in the third quarter. Over 15-point lead, the Nuggets close the deficit with Peyton Watson taking the contact, kicked out. Oh, and that's going to be Washington over the shot clock, a wasted possession over the dribble off Watson, picking up with the help defense. Great work, and that's going to stop it right there. We're heading to the fourth quarter. Will it be do or die for the Nuggets to pick up the comeback, finally getting a lead change? Nowhere, $1 million baby. Hell no. You're feeling so wrong. I'm sorry, I just hate that song now. I heard that so many times, especially when it came to like watching players, getting waived after your contract didn't even expire yet, and you still owe $40 million. 27 years old. Wow. $4 years, $25 million. An average salary of 4.6. Yeah, at this point, sign Mac Jones. I don't even know if there's any available free agents if they have confidence, because they could end the year. I think they had Tyrod Taylor as well as a quarterback, the New York Giants. But now they have two quarterbacks out of Drew Lock and Tommy DeVito. And the only favoritism is Giants fans have more confidence in Tommy DeVito. Just because he's near MetLife Stadium. You tell me. Hey, Nene's here. Jerry Jones has the opportunity to do the funniest thing ever and sign Daniel Jones come November 28th when they play the Dallas. Oh, God. Oh, we got a view. Oh, what's poppin', Sentinel? What's going on?
What up, DST? What's happening, man?
Chillin', man. We're in the final quarter here in the Mavs game. And did you hear the news about Daniel Jones?
Yes, he was recently released. I am on the Daniel Jones should be my QB3 bandwagon. I do not want Brandon Allen starting for the 49ers on Sunday. I would rather put in ET than motherfucking Brandon Allen. So
I'd rather have Tua without a helmet start for the 49ers.
Yeah, for the 49ers. Yeah.
Oh, we got more visitors. Let's bring it up for. I don't have a drum roll. What's going on, Spongy? And what's going on?
I deserve a drum roll.
Go make one yourself.
What's up, DST?
What's poppin', John Jay?
I saw you were live, and like my stream was like getting boring, and so
It was
very much so.
Spongy was talking too much.
he was talking about how his Philadelphia team is the best.
He was making excuses for Joel Embiid.
No, I was not.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Look, Spongy. The worst thing is denying it. That's the worst thing. Look, I'm sure YTC would bring up why Daniel Jones got released. First of all, he'd be dancing. He'd be partying in the background.
Yeah, he's probably doing a hop
We,
sketch.
we know what he's doing. He's probably having a California love.
For sure.
Right,
It's Friday.
It's
Chiefs are
Friday,
getting
man.
clapped.
Hey,
Chiefs are getting clapped.
DST,
Yep. What's going on, Spongy?
You know who I am very very happy about
What is it?
this season. You
What
know
is
our shooting guard. You know who I'm talking about.
Jared McCain.
Yeah, Mr. Jared McCain.
He seems to be very impressive. He's doing pretty good. He's in the Rookie of the Year considerations, I heard.
Yeah, he's averaging 30.
Yeah, probably
26.
after you get rid of Embiid, you can get a lottery pick latter half of the season.
Oh yeah. We're not gonna get rid of him, sadly.
Oh, rejected. Oh, foul.
We're not gonna get rid of him, sadly. This team has too much
Cap.
Yeah.
How much you guys over the luxury?
It's not cap. We just signed him to a max contract, so we kind of.
Oh, you mean that max contract you also gave Paul George to give you like a minimum?
Yes.
Look, Spongy. There's getting in denial, and then you got to be in denial of failure.
I know.
And look, I can sympathize because I'm a Knicks fan. I got a denial with failure all the time until now that we're third best in the East. That's okay.
I mean, yeah. Our pick is of course top 6 protected. If not, it's going to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like whoever everybody's pick is going to.
Yeah, every
nowadays.
pick goes to the Thunder. Like back in the 2000s when Ben King put a championship on the Celtics' lap when he got that big 3 just for the Celtics to win the championship in 2024.
But like we're currently like first in the draft, like number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And you know who's available?
I'm sorry, I don't know who's like the top prospect for next year.
Cooper Flag.
Oh, Cooper Flag from Duke. Right.
Let me watch this game.
Right now, the Nuggets kind of close the gap.
Let's get Cooper Flag.
DeAndre Jordan's in. I don't know if they're
that old fart.
Yeah, at least he's an NBA champion, unlike Embiid.
Yeah. You know what? He was on the Sixers too. I like him.
Look. I'll respect getting an A+ on a group assignment. Respectfully, we all know those.
Yeah, I have more respect for Kyrie than I do Joel Embiid.
Joel Embiid kind of dug himself in a hole right here, just saying that he doesn't even want to play more, not being present in team.
His name isn't Embiid. It's Embiid.
What? Embiid Luau Cinder?
It's can't rebound.
No, it's Joel.
Not French.
No, it's Joel Embiid.
Oh.
Look at them gay ass shoes.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Skechers.
Yeah, his Skechers.
Boy, they sold out.
That's a fucking lie. You know who else has been looking like a real bitch right now? Did you guys see Zion Williamson's new tattoo?
Oh my god. No.
Oh, no. It's not the tattoo. It's his body. He looks terrible for an NBA player.
He can't look worse than Luka does right now.
Oh no, he looks worse than Jokic.
Luka looks Babe Ruthish.
Hey, at least Babe Ruth was the shape of an athlete at that era.
Wow.
Look, and guess what? He could still drop 40 a night in a triple-double if he was playing right now. Zion would probably drop a double-double hamburger with extra fry and a shake.
No, he looks more like a you know how like In-N-Out has like double-double?
Yeah.
He seems more like a 4X patty motherfucker, and he wants like gorilla fries or whatever fries they call
like
it.
Y'all ever saw Super Size Me?
Yeah.
That's Zion Williamson.
Sentinel, any other position besides tight ends you want me to look at?
Center.
Like if we're like Zion, I had like a leverage like he could at least be an all-NBA, a consistent all-star. If he wasn't going to be successful in New Orleans. Now he couldn't even do that. How are you not even the best Pelicans player on the Pelicans? How does that go to Brandon Ingram?
What the?
Kyrie for 3. No. If they choke this lead, because right now it's 90, 99, 95. Oh.
Yeah, I just saw the miss.
Jamal Murray gives to Westbrook. Leave him open. Leave him open. I'm joking. Hezzy down the lane. Oh my God. ESPN. What are we doing, man? Every time y'all just try to revert. I do not want to watch Arizona versus Duke. Stop it. Stop it. I'm watching professionals play. What's the problem? Now,
If
oh my
Arizona
goodness.
plays Duke, that's going to be hilarious.
No,
Michael, and TRL will be going at it.
kick
I
out.
don't know what'll happen. It'll be
Michael's a Duke
glorious.
fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess he needs
he's
some success in his life.
Well, TRL is an Arizona State. State is
Oh, okay, that's
State.
completely
Oh.
different.
Oh,
That's
the Red-
completely
the Devils.
different.
The Devils.
So he no, wait. I thought Arizona State. I thought they were the Wildcats.
No, they were the Devils.
The
Oh,
Devils.
they're okay.
It's the Arizona Wildcats
Also,
and the Arizona
he's-
State.
Oh, okay. Duh.
Also, he's attending that university, so
Oh, wow.
it makes a lot of sense.
And
Makes
he
more
just
sense.
doesn't like the Arizona College.
So the Nuggets had a 13-0 run in the third quarter. They went 20-3 over their run to come back over like 18, 19 point deficit. They were like, and this was after a comfortable lead. Like even some rotation players on the Nuggets were looking good. What the hell is Jamal Murray doing?
Hey, guess what, guys?
Is that a fly?
I guess that was a fly he just put on the desk.
Guess what, guys? Delaware is getting a FBS school next year.
Oh
They're gonna
wow!
be in- they're gonna be in the FBS.
Candyman shit.
So how much student debt the kids are gonna have after the program goes under?
So let me explain why they decided to join a conference that geographically makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, money.
I can only
Yes.
imagine
That's
how much
that's
it
always
is
the
to
answer,
go to
John
UC
Jay.
Berkeley
Money,
nowadays.
Now-
money.
They're also investing in a new stadium. Why? Because they're in a conference that they will qualify for bowl games. You got to put them in a good stadium. And so Conference USA and a many group of 5, there's a difference from Power 5 and group of 5. What is a group of 5?
My leg! Lively's injured. Oh no.
The group
Sorry,
of
he's feeling
5
his tailbone.
are leftover schools that nobody wants in the conferences. That's why the Sun Belt exists, because the SEC does not want them because they think they're trash. The Mountain West exists because the Big 12 and the Pac-12 didn't want them. Now the Pac-12 is dead. The Mountain West.
Let's go on, man.
Oh, sorry. Did you
Sorry.
see the? Sorry, John Jay.
What's
Did you
that?
see the drop off Derek Lively? Oh no, he's feeling his tailbone.
He's feeling his butt.
No.
Okay. Pause.
Above the.
I know.
Oh my
I know.
goodness.
Okay, John
I
Jay,
know.
who's better, Brandon Allen or Brian Hoyer?
Brandon Allen.
Oh yikes.
Okay, I'm gonna pick Brandon Allen.
Yeah, you gotta pick. shit with
54.4%
sprinkles.
said Brandon Allen is better than Brian Hoyer.
And
So
also,
you gotta pick shit
also-
with sprinkles or shit.
also Brandon Allen.
The sprinkles. Put on a
Brandon
good touch
Allen
there.
has had some success. I'm not saying he's great, but he's had success in the NFL. And I'm not saying he's a great quarterback, but compared to Brian Hoyer,
Brian Hoyer has
Not
had
even
great
good.
success. He was a Raiders starting quarterback.
that was
That
that was somebody else.
He had some decent starts though. He had some decent starts.
Yeah, he started a few games for the
Patriots.
Raiders.
Oh.
Tyson Bagent actually beat him last year. So shout out to Tyson Bagent.
So,
You mean the community college quarterback?
Yeah, Michael's favorite quarterback. Yeah.
Oh yikes! Yikes!
And apparently Spongy likes Justin Fields now because he keeps sending me stupid stuff.
Oh my
Whoa,
god!
what?
Oh, you
I
you-
bet Caleb.
you
I
like-
bet Caleb
No,
Williams
no,
smoking in the
John,
window
John.
right now. The way he's playing right now. Smoking at the window.
And I know what Michael's doing. He's trying to get under your skin.
It's annoying because Caleb is also from USC. He kicked our ass on a regular basis, and now he just kind of like looks like and like we got beat up by a nobody in Chicago. So
I think you should notice that he's coping right now.
Like,
I don't care. Fuck him.
like for me, like, how can you call yourself? And again, I'm not trying to defend the Chicago Bears. They're our conference rival, but how do you get so mad because the team is not doing what you want it to be?
Yeah.
And you got mad because the Bears got tired of Justin Fields, and I said that and I've actually spoken to a real Bears fan who actually not delusional as him has always told me,
Okay, come on.
no matter what,
Even AJ Styles believe in flat Earth. So
like even
you remember
you can't
that?
change it. You can't change him.
even the most smart Bears fans who was telling me this, Caleb was not going to come in the league and do what Patrick Mahomes did. But
Even Patrick Mahomes sat a year.
even if Caleb just basically just was there for the ride and the Bears won games, that's what Bears fans were hoping for, the guy to be competent enough to win games. And I think he's 4-6 this year as a rookie, and there's still 7 games left. They still can get that 8-game threshold, which a lot of people are hoping, which is a significant improvement from last year.
Yeah.
Now, Caleb
That's
has
like
had good games and he's had some bad games. He has some good games in that, but I'm sorry, Michael, you cannot want Caleb to be every week 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 300. No, he has to have his grade.
And he's already dealt with firing a coordinator. So,
And to be fair, Daniels is just more competent in the way that he plays a more structured game, even with efficient. And he has a better efficient supporting cast.
And he has a better coach, better.
so, John. What you're saying is that Michael has unrealistic expectations.
Yeah.
Yes.
Imagine my shock.
Michael always had unrealistic expectations. Whenever his team loses, it's the end of the world.
Last but not least,
he's never gonna change. We have to just accept him. Like
I know.
That.
Yeah,
I already know that. Fans.
But here's the point: you take away what happened in Washington, which was just like a happy coincidence. Caleb Williams went down the field when it mattered in that last drive. Unfortunately, there were 30 seconds left, and he scored a touchdown. Caleb Williams went down the field to set up that game-winning field goal. Unfortunately, the ball got blocked. But those are things that you should be proud of if you're a Bears fan, because, of course, quarterbacks go there to die. You know, the joke.
Respectfully.
So he's living up to what a rookie is supposed to be doing with what he has.
Lively's out the tunnel. He's out for the rest of the game.
Last but not least, their coordinator and Caleb probably were not a really good fit. That's why he got fired. And I think Eberflus at the end of the year will get the axe chopped off and bye-bye. And I think they'll bring someone who can actually develop Caleb in his sophomore year.
And I hate that Michael says, oh, they're gonna fire Eberflus.
Yeah, they should.
Which they should. He says they're gonna fire Eberflus, and the coach they bring in is gonna have to draft a new quarterback.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They would still develop at least before his final years over his rookie contract if that comes into fruition. And it wouldn't be a first round pick.
Maybe if it was like a rookie quarterback who was like a second, third round pick who was starting for you, and your coach came in. Yeah. See, the next coach got fired. Say, same situation the Bears are in right now. Yes, they could draft a first round quarterback, but you have the number one overall quarterback, the most generational quarterbacks You're not getting rid of him for a while.
Yeah. It is embarrassing to have a quarterback with those fingernails.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can we just be honest? It is a little embarrassing for a quarterback to.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather have our, you know,
Watch it be Adam
you
Gase
know.
come next year, and then
Oh no!
Ah,
That would be a train where just
Oh my God.
just what he did in
Sorry,
in-
what did you say, Sentinel? Like a minute ago?
I was saying, what was I saying?
You wouldn't want your quarterback to like.
Yeah, I like my milk toast, normal, boring, you know, quarterback.
Oh
I
yeah,
like.
I like that about my shooting guard too. You know, I like how my shooting guard is very masculine.
No, he's also chill and down to earth. He doesn't embrace femininity. He's just a guy from, Arizona. He's just a
CST,
regular
I don't know
dude.
if you got my joke
That's
there.
why.
I
That's
know what you
why.
mean. I know
You
what you
know.
mean. I was just focusing on the game because the Nuggets are 1 point ahead from coming back and finally getting a lead change. Stripped by
Yeah.
Westbrook. Wait, stripped
Oh,
by
my
Westbrook.
point!
One more point. Jamal Murray down the paint. Kicks out to Michael Porter Jr. stuck with Thompson.
Mhm.
Finds Jokic. Top of the key. Back to Westbrook. Back to Jokic up the post. Stuck with Washington off the mismatch. Kick out. Watson for the game. Bang! It is finally a lead change. The Denver Nuggets finally get the first lead change. Down by 24.
Yep. Anyway,
The comeback finally is complete.
yeah. So
That pass by Jokic was just high IQ.
there's a sports there's a sports YouTube channel called Black White Sports, and don't worry about the name of it.
No, I heard of it. Before.
Anyway,
I'm sub to it.
I think those guys are delusional, in my opinion. Okay, because they don't make any damn sense. Anyway, they're not sports guys. They basically just
they're narrative hunters, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what they are. Basically, what they do is anything that they don't like, and you can tell that these men have certain biases, and I understand it, but don't talk about sports. And one thing that infuriated me, that pissed the hell out of me, because I'm a San Francisco Giants fan, Bob Melvin, our coach, who we brought, because Capper was an idiot, or whatever his name was.
Capper.
Anyway,
yeah, love that dude. Former Phillies coach.
I love what Bob Melvin said. He says, "I am from Palo Alto. He's from here. I'm from here, and us here in the Bay Area, we have our opinions on how we look at the world.
Right.
And I want my players to express themselves, and I want my players to, if they feel that they want to, do gestures of protesting, he's not against it. So I love the tone, like he's saying, but I think you should do it inside the dugout. If you don't want to, stand up for the national anthem, he says it's nothing personal. I think you should just be in the dugout, inside the clubhouse, dude. That's not controversial at all. I think that's very genius. If you want to, show your civic duty by,
and it won't be all in the media, because how many people are going to recognize
he
that a
said,
player?
Recognize you've shown up for the national anthem.
Colin Kaepernick it.
And he basically said that the players will go outside the dugout, even the ones who are on the bench. Put your hand on your heart. He says that is not a controversial statement, and he's from here. And
it's to keep everything in line. It's common sense. Yeah.
Well, what he's trying to say is that I want to focus on the game. I want to focus on the baseball.
Right.
And he says I don't want to deal with that because, of course, it's a headache.
Yes.
These dudes on that YouTube channel basically brought up the now elected president, making it all about this. I said, you are absolutely 100% wrong. He's basically saying baseball is baseball. That stuff will be in my clubhouse. I think it's perfect. It makes a lot of sense. He's not making no statements. He's just making common sense. It's just that for whatever that YouTube channel, and again, this is one thing that I cannot stand. People who are consider themselves conservative. Stop. There's a reason why people do not like you, because you say bullshit.
And you're trying to villainize the other half of the medium that just has their own point of view.
Yeah. So
I,
at the
I
end of the day, I'm sorry, for these dudes, but I
wait.
get
Black and white sports. It's one white dude with a southern accent and one
Yeah.
black dude, right?
Yeah, so
Is
they
that
have their token black co-host with their fuck it. No, I'll say it, John Jay. I've watched their content too, so I understand the point of view, their point of view as well.
yeah.
They're a socialistic, obvious conservative, blue checked, narrative pointing content creators that can't make a headline if it can't involve anything political because these guys don't have an
Wow.
actual point of view when it comes to sports.
Wow.
It's an insult. It's an insult to sports media or content creation. Because I know damn well if these guys talk about sports, they would have as many subscribers as me. Fuck them. I don't want to hear them. I hate hearing them. They can't go over a single thing. They'll try to make Brock Purdy sound like he's a saint, all because he supports Trump. I don't care that he supports Trump. If that's his point of
you
view,
never said he supported Trump?
I
That's
don't
the
give a
funny
shit.
thing.
I don't give a shit.
They just assume because he's a white
That's
dude.
why I hate the media. Is because they just assume my
They
quarterback
assume
is.
a conservative.
No. Guess what? You know what's worse, Sentinel? Thanks to
What?
the internet. Thanks to the internet, instead of legitimate journalism, because that means that push over a negative press. So they'll try to go more leverage over to podcasters because somehow Joe Rogan can leverage more supporters than actual good visionaries.
Mhm.
So guess what? I'm gonna leverage over those guys because I just gotta pay them and leverage over their exposure to actually make myself look good. And and I can make it more black and white because Joe Rogan said so. That's fucking bullshit. I never liked that source of a medium because instead of like a legit journalist that's been doing this for 20 years that's going to ask the hard-hitting questions over some guy being like, I really feel like the time that you helped a kitten cross the street. Guys, look at this YouTube video right now while I'm eating this edible. Like that cannot be taken seriously.
Wait, are you saying Joe Rogan bought up his adversaries so that they wouldn't be able to
Yes,
compete? So
a bunch of medium plants, media darlings has been doing this for years. Sentinel, for years, bro. And it gets me pissed off because that really leverages out real journalism. And you see, Sports Illustrated push it over out of business because you're just going to leverage out the podcasters that are not legit sources of a medium anyway. All because it's more accessible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking dumb.
Yeah. Media has changed what it was. And unfortunately,
we are now the media.
it's just unfortunately,
Like
that's
Ryan
how it
Clark,
is.
ESPN's Ryan Clark panics, releases anti-Trump.
Oh my God!
What the fuck this got to do with sports?
That has nothing to. Ryan Clark is a clown forever for just.
Shut the fuck up.
I know, like one thing I've learned from ESPN.
They got personalities.
Well, one thing I've learned about ESPN, and not everyone likes Dan Lebertard, that guy. I used to like him. I used to like that dude when he had that show with him and his dad and Bomani Jones. It was very hilarious, like basically like a Spanish dude who had decent English with his son. Great, I loved it. But then he kind of showed his character who he was in 2020. But now he has, I think he's on either DraftKings Network or FanDuel Network, and he exposed ESPN by one thing. He says in 2010. They pushed Jamel Hill and her co-host. I forgot what was his name. Anyway, that they did the 3:00 Pacific time, 6:00 Sports Center before all the games, and ESPN pushed both of them because they were trying to show that sports is for a group of people. And Dan Lebatard just kept smashing the CEO at the time of ESPN, crapping them down. And so basically ESPN basically was saying, we hired you to do this. You're going to do this. You're going to promote this because we're telling you to. And all the people who were, unfortunately, the word minority, which is kind of stupid anyway,
Canceled.
They could do whatever the hell they want on ESPN, and the
Yeah.
people who are considered white, which again that's another dumb term,
Dumb.
is
Mhm.
you cannot say shit. You need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Basically, he was discriminating on his employees, and Dan Levitard, who's a turd, basically said,
Well,
"Yes,
a
I bought into
libtard.
the
So is
narrative. I bought
A
it's
into
like
the narrative."
a lib retard.
yeah, a libtard.
Libtard.
I
Liberal.
mean, it's built
Gay.
into the last name. It's literally libtard,
So
libertard.
the point of the matter is,
Funny.
Sage Steele, who was on the Jason Whitlock show, whatever that thing is,
Yeah.
Okay.
and she was like, one time she did an interview with a UFC fighter, and the guy was like, "Oh wow, you are very beautiful. I like your hair." And Sage Steele was like
What the hell?
playful. He was very playful. After the
Pause.
interview, the CEO was like, "You shouldn't do that. Like allow him to compliment you because we can get sued by certain people." And she started just that was the beginning when she started to realize what was going on. And so she left ESPN, and she's still a coveted person. People want her to work on like Fox Sports and all the other CBS Sports. She says no, she's done with that because she basically, again, ESPN destroyed itself once the 2010s happened because
They
they were
can't
trying
Everything
adapt
went
to a
woke.
modern media. They can't
They're trying to-
adapt. They're
they're-
trying to adapt to a modern media where they can try to appeal to everybody.
I know.
And guess what?
Basically, yeah,
It sucks.
I know sports. This is the reason why I love sports, like why I grew up and I did sports, because it was an avenue where so many diverse characters of people come together to do something. I used to joke around with my non-sports friends. Used to make sports is just stupid. Now for whatever they're into the sports now, but you brought people from different backgrounds to play one game, and you had one goal together. You
Win.
won. You won
Yeah.
together. It didn't matter. My high school was one of
And
the most
won.
diverse classes, in my high school. It
Mhm.
was so diverse. We had more Latins, more blacks, more Irish, more Italians, more even Chinese players on that team playing, and we were all good.
Oh
And
man, we had a Korean American. Uh, he's a legit American. He's got a California accent. But I remember him so well because we did. I was in the weight training class in high school with him, and he played on the football team. And he was just like the sweetest dude and just very nice. But they gave him the nickname Peaches. They gave him the nickname Peaches. They called him Peaches. You want to know why? Because he was Peaches off the field, but when he was on the field, he was a complete assassin. He was Jack Tatum. He was one of those. He was like a Ronnie Lott type of safety. He
Oh no.
wanted to just take your soul when he went across the middle. It was just it was
Jokic.
amazing to watch.
Offensive board. Jokic. Oh, rejected by Lively. Oh, tied game.
Oh,
113 apiece.
this bozo's live.
I just hope sports medium has changed where it feels like less of a leveraging political landscape. We could just get regular sports. As much as they try to trying to medialize, trying to feel like they can appeal to everybody. Well, it's already for everybody.
Video games did the same thing, and so did movies in 2013 and 2015.
Hell, I don't even
Gamergate.
feel like people play more video games nowadays. People just either play
Yeah.
Fortnite or Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I play.
Like, I admit
don't-
that I suck at video games sometimes. It takes a while to develop to get good, like new sports. Because
Well, I'm
there's
just
just a
saying.
different avenue
I'm
of
saying
engagement.
they wanted to make it for everybody, right?
Yeah.
And by making it for everybody, they feminized it.
Like,
They were the central characters were no longer connected to the original characters, but they were women, female characters who were Mary Sue's. They were like overpowered. So there was a lot
man,
of
everybody's
go
trying to
ahead.
be like a Star Wars nowadays, man. So
yeah, and basically everybody is trying to be everybody is trying except the WNBA.
hey, the
ironically,
WNBA is doing things
except
up
the
on the up and up. Kudos to
Yeah,
them.
but they haven't. They could be making a lot more money, a lot faster if they would just bite the bullet, and embrace their I say this just as a joke. They're
Caitlin
fucking
Clark.
white.
Caitlin
They're
Clark is the
Caitlin
best
Clark
player
yeah,
with
in
the
the
BBL
the
WNBA.
shooting
great white hope,
three-pointers.
Caitlin
Please.
Clark.
The white hope is crazy. What the fuck?
Well, but the perception is she's like the great white hope, and that's
I
why they
thought the
fucking hate
perception was
her
like new
ass.
Steph Curry for the WNBA because you don't really get
Yeah,
exciting
well,
play style like that.
Cambry.
whatever she represents to them is something they truly hate because they put in the work or they didn't get their acknowledgement or they didn't get their
Because she's
flowers.
popular and they're not. A big difference.
Exactly. It's just a bunch of bitter bitches who don't know no better. That's why I don't think I'll ever vote for a female president. It's
PJ
just
Washington. Well, besides that, kudos to Caitlin Clark for becoming such a big star and changing some perception on the league.
I mean, there have been some great WNBA players who do get recognition.
Lisa Leslie's one of the goats.
Lisa,
My
not only Lisa,
Maya Moore,
we know about Parker as well. We got
Maya
some
Moore,
Maya Moore,
there's
Sabrina,
Parker.
Ionescu. They got
Yeah,
some very
I mean
talented.
Sabrina really put herself out there last year when she did the 3-point contest against Curry because
Yeah.
that was good TV. That was
Maybe some rule changing offensively could
yes.
possibly leverage over to change, even to the NBA that I feel like also have an attendance issue that we've been
What the
seeing
NBA
already.
is now, rule wise, is what the WNBA should be, and then they should bring back what the rules that the
Defensively for the
NBA had
NBA back in the
defensively
90s.
for the
The
bingo.
80s.
That's exactly what they should do.
I know.
People went less, like more of a defensive heavy scheme. If you want to
So-
add more offense, sure, but make it more defensively tactical
So-
for the defense.
So I want to point this out because I've worked in sports and I've helped out promote women's sports, in my career, now mostly for the youth, game. And so we had a great prominent man who, he passed away about almost 20 years ago, but in the 80s when, women's sports were not, he did so much. And the reason why it got the respect and it got in the newspapers was he basically, focused on development and not about anything else. And that's why people liked him. And here's the thing that I want to point out. This guy was a Latin dude married to a black woman in the 80s in SF. Okay. His wife played during Title IX. So that's why he understood that. So he had a wife who, the pioneer.
What's Title IX? What's Title IX?
Title IX is basically the equality to allow women to participate in collegiate sports. Because before 1977, women could not participate in sports. Okay. And so women's sports is brand new. So Title IX opened up the doors, and the WNBA, and I want to bring that down. I wanted to bring that up because it took 20 years.
Did we oppress women? Did we oppress women by not allowing them to play sports?
Huh?
Did we
Are
oppress
saying
women
we
by
oppressed
not
women?
allowing the? So we oppressed women. Okay.
So there have always been women who participated in sports, before Title IX, but mostly once women, got into college and, after that, everyone knew, again, it's societal, how society was. Okay. So,
Right.
The society changes. I know people don't like that.
It's become much more progressive ever since the end of suffrage.
Okay. Society and again, people can disagree with me, but society has to progress. Okay. But we're doing it wrong. We're doing it wrong. You have to progress society. If you're a father and your objective for your daughter is like by 25 get married, like you're like, crap, I'm not a good dad. You want your daughter to be a good in society. I like the Mike Tyson quote. I have a 7-year-old daughter. I'm the baddest man on the planet. People know who he is. But
I know where you're coming from. My mom was one of those kids.
And so
she go ahead.
Mike Tyson basically says, I'm teaching my daughter disappointment. because I want her to know that the world is unfair for her. But it makes you stronger. But at the same time, also men had to learn about disappointment. And there are good men who want their daughters to be successful and etc. But at the same time, it's like Mike Tyson said, I also want her to be happy. And if she wants to take the easy route and do what tradition says, as a father, he's okay with it. But at the same time, he's like, if she wants to be, like a boss of a company, if she wants to be like a CEO, or if she wants to be, he will support her. That's progression. That's the definition of what I'm saying. And so back to the WNBA, the women who pioneered the WNBA, played in Europe, played in semi-professional, played in Canada, played in Mexico, because there was no league. Those women who came in there, their priority was to promote basketball. What happened once those pioneers retired? Because again, a lot of them were in their late 20s, early 30s. The next generation, just like anything in society, okay, privilege follows the hard work that the people put in front of you. Just like college sports and today's athletes, they are overpaid. They're the most privileged. You go back 20 years, the athletes that are in the Hall of Fame were paid pennies compared to today.
What the hell's an NIL?
Yeah, NIL.
What the hell's a walk-on? What the hell?
So the women who pioneered women's sports in the 2000s, people loved it. But then privilege came, and just like any society, and I joke around, us Americans are the most wimpiest because
no shit, we got bullied by black women. Black lesbians matter.
Damn.
That was a huge con to the black community. It was established by three black lesbian feminists who hate men, who wanted men out of the house, who didn't believe in the nuclear family, and used tragedies to gain popularity and momentum.
Jesus, Westbrook Is Westbrook purposely chucking so Jokic can grab the board? Oh, Jamal Murray with a 3-point. Oh, wait, guys, just give me 10 more seconds. We got the last couple moments if the Nuggets can clutch out this game. Kyrie trying to dribble over, and Westbrook goes for a foul over the bonus.
I see it. Yeah, 7 seconds left.
Yeah,
Dallas with a 1-point lead.
Try to close out over this game. We can continue over discussion with the WNBA.
Oh, my bad, dude.
No problem. I understand you. I know you like immersing in the conversation, John J.
Yeah.
No, I'm not even listening.
Nobody cares.
Oh, Nikola Jokic bitching again on the officiating. Upset. Apologies, upset. Sorry, every time he complains, he gets a tech out of the game.
Hey. Be careful. Gavin will pop in. What you say about my Nuggets?
Oh, just be lucky you're a Liverpool fan for now until y'all choke the league.
Wait a minute. Is that the Welsh?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Welsh, but he supports Liverpool because nobody cares about the Welsh Premier League.
Well, how the hell does he have a basketball team?
Shouldn't he's
the closest one, to his proximity,
Denver.
or.
Well, at least he's not bandwagoning to like the Lakers or the Celtics because of rings.
I mean, but he did go to the team who most recently won a chip for. When did he become a Nuggets fan?
Well, when he joined them, they were not a champion yet, okay. So
yeah, they
no one saw the Nuggets winning the title.
That's fair.
I mean, if you like Jokic, I understand.
Just like we all know that Philadelphia will always do well in the rain, and then they will choke in the playoffs, like they always do every year for some reason.
You can be a Dr. J fan; nobody be upset. At least you won something.
But then, when the Knicks lose, then Spongy would do another live stream where he will piss off RJ, and they'll get into a very pissy little, fight.
RJ probably could.
Yes.
He kind of.
Bro, Texas, I just realized, has so many fucking trophies. When you think about it, Dallas 5 rings, fucking Mavericks.
I should.
A ring. Fucking.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a link to my my server.
Just send it to IG because I know it's gonna.
Texas Rangers, they got a ring. Who else got a ring? San Antonio Spurs got multiple rings.
They got 5. CP3 still has 0. Sorry. So I had to make that. I had to make that reference. Sorry. I know Wemby will get one probably when CP3 retires. Called the point guard and no championships. That's depressing. That's got to be depressing.
But he is the point guard. You know.
Nobody's denouncing that Chris Paul is not an astounding guard that made championship aspirations, but he's like, yeah. Oh, okay, that was on purpose. They keep doing chuck shots over in the backboard so Jokic can try to grab a board for an offensive. Like he knew he.
What the hell was he thinking? He made the basket too.
Westbrook did the same thing like 3 times so they can get extra chance. So they can get an extra second bucket. See, look,
he's laughing at his own shit
because he knew he messed up. It's a weird but interesting strategy that I understand. Nikola Jokic been great on offensive boards this week. PJ Washington as well. Shout out to Najee Marshall, career high 26 points for him. And this is without Luka Doncic, and they're still closing the distance against the former champions. And this is without Aaron Gordon that I feel like would have changed the tide defensively. Because I know in Jokic, he's not really a notable ring protector. He's not a notable rim protector the way he plays.
All I know is we'll be seeing one of you in the Western Conference Finals. I know that.
Yeah, because I don't trust the Thunder. They're too young. Very talented, but too young. I see a Game 7, but I don't see them making to the conference finals.
That's crazy. They're gonna hear that and they're gonna make it to.
What, they're gonna give me some weirdo?
The Lakers are less dangerous. You know what the funny thing is about the Lakers? I worry about the Lakers if JJ Redick starts doing the smart thing and getting LeBron off the court because he's got little assassins out there.
Half court heave over half court, intercepted by PJ Washington and fouled with only 2.3 seconds. And that's gonna be the game.
Nice.
123. The comeback got closed out after a 24-point comeback off a lead change. And then the Nuggets shooting played a weak spot. Shout out player of the game, Najee Marshall and Kyrie Irving.
Yep.
Yeah, JJ Redick, he's a rookie coach with bullshit aspirations. The Lakers are going to falter in a play-in spot when the season continues. I don't like always being a pessimist, but we kind of know what to get with the Lakers. Good start or bad start.
Yeah. Well, let's be honest. These aren't the Los Angeles Lakers. There's nothing Lakerish about them. These are the LeBron Lakers. And actually, ironically, I fucking hate JJ Redick, but if he keeps LeBron's ass off the court and wins and makes LeBron think he's the greatest, and it was the entire team, that would be probably one of the most that would make JJ Redick one of the greatest Laker coaches ever if he could do that.
Hey, had a better start than Darvin Ham when he was coaching the Lakers, that's for sure.
He's got I fucking hate JJ Redick, but he's a good coach. He's a good coach.
Hey, shout out to him benching D'Angelo Russell. He has control over his roster. That's a good thing, except LeBron James. But besides that, he has control over the roster. He finds mistakes. He sees them. Dalton Kennett has been a Rookie of the Year candidate, but beside Jared McCain so far. And the Nuggets
guess who JJ Redick learned all this from?
Don't say Doc Rivers.
I'm a little spongy.
No, you want to know who he landed from?
Brent Brown. You say Brent Brown, I'm gonna get pissed.
Oh no, not Brent Brown. He
learned oh my god, say it, bro.
He learned it from a bunch of from coaching a bunch of 9-year-olds.
All right, he did coach elementary school.
Yeah, last year. Last year he coached elementary school.
Jesus Christ. JJ Redick.
All that suspense for this? Wow.
I would say at least for a JJ Redick over a leveraging position, he is making the most out of it. But
yes, he is.
But we need to see what to evaluate over the first half of the season before we make our full critique. Right now, the Sixers have still a whole season to go before we call this complete bust dependent. Because right now, if you're below the Pistons and Hornets, Spongy, I wouldn't recommend drinking.
Because you might develop a habit.
But there's possibly some liquor stores in your area. Just ask your parents. I don't
Well,
know.
Yes,
geez,
yes.
gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store, gun store, liquor store. Philly.
We got the Milwaukee Bucks that are kind of faltering back in momentum. They're 2 games below 500 after like what I think they started at 3-9, 2-9, 2-9 over the
Yeah,
start of the season. They've won at least 4 out of their last 5.
Giannis needs to get the fuck out of there,
Giannis
man.
coming around here, 59-point performance, 37-point performance. Damian Lillard, he's breathing on the court. That's for sure. That's all I know. The contributions he's had.
So
Without
Giannis does he want to stay with the Bucks or not? He's making a lot of chirping in the media.
he, of course, he's
Yeah,
leveraging
because they cut his brother off the team.
Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, Donis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thanasis Antetokounmpo has been out of the team, and I think for good reason. I hope Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham, whoever thought of giving Darvin Ham a job,
Bro,
after
whoever
the
thought
season he
about
had with the Lakers, and he
no,
has
damn it,
no
damn it.
team
Who thought
chemistry.
about giving Doc Rivers a job after that horrible job he didn't fill?
He leveraged out Adrian
I
Griffin because he used to be a mentor.
The only reason Doc Rivers is respected as a coach in this league is because of the 2008 fucking Boston Celtics.
You know how many Hall of Fame teams this guy has had and only one championship?
Exactly. That's
Mhm.
exactly my
And
point.
You're a
it's
loser.
and it's a championship absolutely no one remembers.
Eric Spoelstra did more with less. You're telling me Bruce Brown gave DeAndre Jordan that only could walk on one leg and Kentavious Caldwell Pope a championship. And you're telling me that you can't even Kyle Kuzma won a title, first of all. I've seen more with Tyronn Lue than I've seen with Doc Rivers. And Doc Rivers has coached longer than Tyronn Lue. And Tyronn
Bro,
Lue, his only
I was
career
going
highlight was getting stepped over by Iverson back in the 2001 NBA Finals.
That's
Oh,
true.
shout out to Hakeem the Dream. The Rockets also got 2 rings. Hakeem the Dream is still would be a superior coach in today's league just by the fact that he runs a footwork class that NBA athletes can attend for $50,000 a session.
Wow.
So
I'd rather pay my
if
student
Ste-
loans, to be fair.
if Steph Curry and LeBron James go to a '90s fucking player to learn how to make their fucking footwork better, what does that say about about today's players who are supposedly more skilled, quote unquote?
Skilled is a bit leveraged out that I feel like a lot of NBA fans kind of can screw for a bit more dribble happy.
Yeah,
Like back in right now, more players were more footwork oriented because the pivot would be more pivotal. Nowadays, dribbling is more of the heavy set, like on ball defense, on ball offense, where the primary ball handler is priority. Where like you got guys, of course, kids like Kyrie Irving, because what does Kyrie Irving does? Dribble. Steph Curry, dribble, move, off ball, step back three. LeBron,
yeah.
he can still drop 40, and all he does is like jab over the one hand, wait for the weak side to open up, and he'll pull up and shoot. He isn't like back in 2013 where he can drive over to the lane and get a alley oop for himself and dunk anymore. He's more IQ focused, and he can still be a primary option in his near 40-year-old age. Like, there's like big difference on how you consider skilled and just what you think is more athletically gifted. And that's a fair criticism. Because I
Oh
think
my,
people really confuse skill for just more athletically gifted than back in the day.
oh my God! They really made this actor Craven the Hunter. Are you
Oh, that
fucking
movie's gonna
kidding me?
bomb. The
Oh
when,
my God! I
How to
remember
Train Your
Spider-Man from
Dragon
the
live
fucking
action.
'90s.
They're gonna make a How to Train Your Dragon film. If any of you guys ever seen that, the live action film for that bullshit, that's gonna be crazy. Spongy, how are you below the Wizards?
You know, I don't want to make any excuses.
What's the excuse? So, what is the excuse, Spongy? Because I'm waiting for that.
I just feel like this team.
What's the
No,
problem?
no,
I need reasons,
it's the
not
locker
excuses.
room.
Reasons.
The locker room isn't right now.
That's fair.
It's starting to get better because we And you're gonna,
Joel Embiid showed up on time in the bathroom.
yeah.
But then when he heard about the team meeting,
yeah. But like, I feel like that team meeting, it didn't really help the next game, but I think it helped the locker room in general.
yeah,
I think starting Jared McCain has helped a lot.
over Kelly Oubre.
No, it's not over Kelly. It's over Kyle Lowry.
Oh
But,
yeah, Kyle Lowry's been
yeah, he's been hurt, but also
old.
like the fact that Maxey was able to step up and call that guy out.
That's just a good teammate.
That's not just, that also shows maturing.
More of a
And,
leader than Embiid is right now.
Exactly, and that a lot of people don't want Kyle Lowry here. But one thing I can see out of Kyle Lowry is his mentorship towards Tyrese Maxey and soon Jared McCain.
Hell, what other championship experience did they have on that Sixers squad?
Well, we have. I don't know if he has a championship, but
Nick
Eric
Nurse
Gordon,
has a championship.
Eric Gordon's been everywhere.
Eric Gordon never won a title.
Well, he might not have won the title.
Why he's there? You know why he's there, Spongy? Daryl Morey's the reason why he's there.
Well, Eric Gordon actually we played him a little bit too much, but in certain points he can be really good for us. We just have to use him.
Back when it was 2018, he could shoot 42% from three.
He had a good game with us at some point this year, and then we just really stopped using him the way we used him that game. But like Caleb Martin, he's looked really well defensively recently, which is what we brought him in to do. Newsflash, people, he's known for his defense.
Oh, I just want to say that fake Laker fans, go to hell, dude. Even as a Warriors fan, I'm ashamed of you motherfuckers. You called JJ Redick the next Pat Riley? Are you out of your fucking minds?
Yes.
Look, it's an over-exaggeration that we, of course, know.
Jesus Christ! Listen, okay, DST. All due respect, I respect the beef between the Niners and the Cowboys. It's always going to be that. But for fuck's sake, you're more delusional than Dallas Cowboy fans are.
Yep, they are.
Shut up, Spongy.
Lakers fans?
Philadelphia Eagle fans are the worst fucking fans on earth of any sport on earth. Period. Done. End of sentence. Story. Mic drop. Bop, bop, bop. Anyways.
Hey, I'm fine with that title.
Look,
you're fine with being the Satan of fan bases that are to rule in hell.
Spongy, I don't think we hate Santa up in.
No, we love Santa. Santa's awesome. You throw batteries at Santa.
He really Eagles fans.
We didn't throw batteries. We threw snowballs. But
you threw batteries.
They were in the snowball, Spongy.
Bro, Peachy and Wayne Breezy had a bunch of shit from an Eagles security guard just trying to get into the fucking stadium for the NFC championship game.
You know how
y'all are nasty.
Y'all Eagles fans make Baltimore Colts fans feel more civil about their team relocating.
Shit.
And they literally threw apart their whole stadium. I mean, that was the Browns.
You know, but to get back on topic about the basketball.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of a few of the guys who have played well. I mean, we recently have put in Ricky Council a decent amount, and he's shown defensively.
What about Yabusele? I feel like he's done a good job on the hustle.
Yeah, Yabusele has been good. They've actually been starting him at the starting power forward position.
I thought he played the 5. I
think he might have played the 5. But
hey guys, I got to dip out. I got to get up early tomorrow morning.
Yeah. All right, I appreciate you coming in, Sentinel. You too, John Jay, or are you good?
I could be on for a little bit. You know, I was
around 5 more minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay.
So right now, Spongy, look, I'm gonna try to assess your team real quick. It's not over because I feel like there's some rotations that I feel like you got to be more stagnant on. rotate Kelly Oubre off bench, give him at least a minimum 25 minutes. Paul George playing like a rotation player. You need to be hiding your weaknesses real quick. Hiding a lot of weaknesses, especially if you still want to load manage away from below 500 before
I feel like
March.
I feel like if we tank this year, I won't be upset as upset as
But
the rest
you
of the.
you don't mind tanking.
Yeah,
You paid $200 million for a third option.
I know.
Damn.
That's the only problem I have.
You what? So what's the real? So what's the do or die situation? It's either play in or bust. At this point, Spongy, you're 3-12, and you need to get at least a minimum 7 out of your next 15 good if you're at least contending over a mediocre Eastern Conference. That the fourth best team in the East is 3 games below 500. So you really need to like smarten up if you're below the Hornets, Pistons, Hawks somehow, Raptors, Wizards, Bulls, Bucks, Pacers. Yeah.
So before you close up, because I was gonna leave it just like in a little bit, but I wanted to finish my point because we interrupted your game.
No problem.
So the point of the matter is, and I understand there's certain viewpoints I disagree with people, but I always love to listen to what people have to say. But at the end of the day, what the WNBA did after what they created, these young women who were entering the WNBA in the late 2000s and 2010s were privileged because of the hard work that was done. Just like for all the hard work women have done to advance the progress of women, there's a scene in an Italian movie that you guys probably don't know, where there is a woman who was born during World War II, and she lost her husband and her 2 boys. Okay, but she had her daughter that was left, and she did everything she could to fight for her, so she didn't have what the mom did. And the reason why I'm bringing up this movie now, of course, I know you guys don't watch Italian movies like me and my family do, all in Italian. But the point of the matter is that she says, I'm making sure you have a better life. When you have a daughter, you're going to fight for her to have a better life. It's about the hard work that the women did years ago to give what the women have today. And today, with all due respect, because I have so much respect, I'm a big proponent for women's rights, but at the same time, do not disrespect the women. It's like in WNBA. Unfortunately, the privilege that they have. Same thing with today's athletes in the men's are super privileged. You're a high school 17, 18-year-old, and you're walking into a potential school and you see the facilities. What about the athletes that were there before that did not have those? The privilege that these athletes have today, just like in society, us Americans are the most spoiled because of what we have that other countries really covet. And so that's what happened in today's sports. We become whiny babies. And I know people love to use the word cancel, woke, all that bullshit. Fuck it. I don't give a rat's ass. Because guess what? We are privileged. And sometimes you look at all these idiots who are using politics and sports to grow a podcast. Same thing what ESPN did. ESPN realized that was the way to go. Today now, more podcasters are jumping into the politics and they're racking up that money. You said it perfectly. Joe Rogan sold out his podcast, which were basically people talking about real shit and how he demonizes people now with his politics. Facts. Anyway, I want to get that off before I go.
No problem, John Jay. I appreciate it.
There are a select few podcasts, who don't do this type of stuff. Shout out to 2 of the podcasts.
Majority are probably not monetized.
first, well, I'm talking about 2 monetized ones here.
Yeah.
The Hulk Tour podcast
Oh Jesus Christ! Because they're not
and
really
the
a medium.
and the New Heights.
Yeah, probably because they don't really leverage over a certain demographic or like
Yeah.
their own political view. It's just anything they just talk about over anything until they leverage over a person trying to buy out their clout.
Hey, real quick before you end this, it's just been announced last night on the Jimmy Fallon show. I think it was Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel, whoever it was.
God, yeah, well,
That on ESPN on Friday nights, I think starting in January, Jason Kelsey will have his own
podcast.
late night show.
Oh God Almighty! Well, that's gonna be something that I gotta sit with, and I'm not gonna watch. Besides that, I hope you guys have a very great Thanksgiving.
Yep.
And appreciate you guys coming up here to watch the show. We ended the night with the Dallas Mavericks closing out the win after a choke of the lead against
see it
against the Denver Nuggets. I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching here on the DST show, and that's it from me. We're gonna close out.